Born in Arizona, Ted was raised by Mark and Mona. One of the toddlers of three, the youngest lad so craved to be free. By the age of 18, Ted was caught in between. Happiness was a loss, and the unhappy gleam was scary from his unhappy boss. March 21st of 2012. Ted got a job that was highest on the shelves. Big money, big job, big expectations. Ted saw there was no time for any vacations. Get in here, Saunders. I want these records on my desk by the break of dawn. If you don't do them in time, you'll be gone. Ted, are they done? Good job. Solemnly walking out of hell he went. Down into his station he took on the devil's torment. Glancing at the clock, Ted Saunders sighs. Dawn was rising, faster than the clothes on his lead's thighs. What am I to do, he thought. He had only 4 hours, and if he got it done, he'll be the big shot. But caught in a rut, Ted Saunders was stuck. He was in a blunder, thoughts running amok. Then quicker than Hermes, Ted was done. Minutes to spare, he heaved in dry run.
Go.
When he walked out the door, he collapsed to the pavement floor. Drained and absolutely tired, Ted recalled that his afternoon practice was required. Brooding alone, Ted walks on home. By the time he reaches the door, duty called upon him once more. There was little time to take a shower due to his classes beginning within the next 2 hours. Ted had to hurry, or else he'd be late. Teachers will scold him, his coach will make him lift weights. Tardiness was much despised, angry teachers will inflate.
Give me 2 miles and be quick about it. You're getting slower, Ted. I need you in tip-top shape, or else.
Go.
Now get back to the gym, Ted. We're gonna have a hard practice.
Go.
Now get back to the gym, Ted. We're gonna have a hard practice.
I hate this.
Teachers will scold him, his coach will make him lift weights. Tardiness was much despised, angry teachers will inflate. Late again, let's not make this a habit, his coach would announce. The old man presses when settling, 200 watts of fear in every ounce. Around and around the young lad raced, no faster than a greyhound, an invisible rabbit he chased. You're getting slower, Ted, the coach sighed. I need you in tip-top shape, or else. Nodding off, the old man growled, Ted breathing harder than the big bad wolf himself. Back in the gym, Ted, we're going to have a hard practice. Ted sighed, thinking about how hard he would work to get where he was. With the job riding his hind and a coach that was not easy to please in his performance, the youngest Saunders got to work. Free throws, alley hoops, and occasional filling in for center, Ted collapsed in exhaustion. I hate this, he weakly muttered to himself. The man who's known as coach was a monster for pressuring so hard, but it was Ted's persistence to please the man who hounded him. By the time practice was nearly done, Ted got a call from an unlikable someone. Office, now, the first 2 words came out as a growl. As the she-devil spoke, then hung up without a second notice. Puckered out and completely at loss for words, Ted sucked it up and quickly rushed home again. A quick shower and a little cologne, Ted was out the door and off to office that seemed more like home. Hours spent relentlessly tormented with paperwork, he finished with a tired smile and a not too enthusiastic laugh. Beginning to feel expectations rising, Ted handed the documents to his boss. Ted, we need to talk, the evil woman mumbled, head stressfully and resting in her palm and eyes glued to the screen of her computer. His heart pounded and all he could hear was the thrum of the drums. You've been doing very well for a newbie, she praised. Where were her horns? Her twisted tail, the evil glare she always had in her eye. In shock, Ted gave the woman a second look over. Now get going before I have to pay you for overtime. Out the door, Ted ran with a smile. Praised once by the devil was rather astonishing. When dusk consumed the painter's horizon, Ted fell asleep with happy thoughts and happy dreams.
Going.
Ted, we need to talk, his coach explained. Another praise, Ted smiled, grinning ironically for what was to come. Sure, what is it, he asked, ready to be showered in his coach's affection. You're failing, Mr. Wilcox growled. The world seemed to stop and release hold on everything. What? How? Ted questioned, hoping this was a dream. You're never here, the coach replied. You've been late for practice 5 times. You've disappeared right after it. It's going God's nowhere. You've
Keep going.
Oh my
You've
Jesus.
skipped each of your classes for a while, and it's killing your grades. I just needed to figure out what you have going on and fix it before your scholarship gets revoked. By the time practice was nearly done, Ted got a call from an unlikable someone. Office, now, the first 2 words came out as a growl. As the she-devil spoke, then hung up without a second notice. Puckered out and completely at loss for words, Ted sucked it up and quickly rushed home again. A quick shower and a little cologne, Ted was out the door and off to office that seemed more like home. Hours spent relentlessly tormented with paperwork, he finished with a tired smile and a not too enthusiastic laugh. Beginning to feel expectations rising, Ted handed the documents to his boss. "Ted, we need to talk," the evil woman mumbled, head stressfully and resting in her palm and eyes glued to the screen of her computer. His heart pounded and all he could hear was the thrum of the drums. "You've been doing very well for a newbie," she praised. Where were her horns, her twisted tail, the evil glare she always had in her eye? In shock, Ted gave the woman a second look over. "Now get going before I have to pay you for overtime." Out the door, Ted ran with a smile. Praised once by the devil was rather astonishing. When rest consumed the painted horizon, Ted fell asleep with happy thoughts and happy dreams.
Keep going.
"Ted, we need to talk," his coach explained. Another praise, Ted smiled, grinning ironically for what was to come. "Sure, what is it?" he asked, ready to be showered in his coach's affection. "You're failing," Mr. Wilcox growled. The world seemed to stop and release hold on everything. "What? How?" Ted questioned, hoping this was a dream. "You're never here," the coach replied. "You've been late for practice 5 times. You've disappeared right after it. It's going God's nowhere.
Keep going.
Oh my
You've
Jesus.
skipped each of your classes for a while, and it's killing your grades. I just need to figure out what you have going on and fix it before your scholarship gets revoked." Chin.
Ted, we need to talk.
Sure, what is it?
Chin.
Ted, we need to talk.
Sure, what is it?
Chin.
You're never here, you've missed practice 5 times, and you're always off somewhere, God knows where. I just need you to figure out what's going on before your scholarship gets revoked. I just need you to figure out what's going on before your scholarship gets revoked.
So Ted sat down and thought long and hard, and finally he decided this job was not for him.